Earth 1B. In an alternate reality known as Earth 1B, the city of Gotham was shrouded in darkness, and a shadowy figure loomed over it. This reality diverged from the familiar Earth 1 in a way that altered the fate of Gotham's heroes and villains forever. In this bleak world, Bane had achieved a level of power and ruthlessness that made him an unparalleled force. He had not only broken the bat, but all who dared to challenge his reign of terror. His venom-induced strength was enhanced to an unimaginable degree, and he had outwitted every adversary, including Batman himself. Batgirl, the tenacious and skilled Barbara Gordon, fought to protect her city in the absence of the Dark Knight. She had inherited the mantle from Batman after he was defeated by Bane and locked away in a hidden prison. Batgirl, having trained under the Dark Knight's tutelage, stood as Gotham's last hope against Bane's tyrannical rule. Nightwing, once known as Robin, had also risen to the occasion, becoming a formidable protector of Gotham City. His acrobatic prowess and combat skills had grown with the years, making him a critical defender of the city. Red Hood, the former Robin Jason Todd, emerged as an anti-hero, bent on ridding Gotham of the criminal filth. He had witnessed the fall of Batman and could not forgive himself for failing to protect his mentor. Deathstroke, the deadly assassin and master strategist, had aligned himself with Bane. He served as the venom-fueled villain's right hand, ensuring that any hint of resistance was crushed before it could grow. The Joker, in his madness, had been crowned the Jester King of crime in Gotham. The city had become his personal circus, and his chaotic schemes and mind games were unlike anything Gotham had ever seen. Ra's al Ghul, the immortal leader of the League of Assassins, had seized control of the city's underworld. His influence had grown unchecked, making him one of the most formidable powers in Gotham. Blockbuster, the imposing and physically enhanced villain, served as Bane's enforcer. His colossal strength made him a daunting obstacle for anyone who opposed the venom-powered tyrant. James Gordon, Jr., the estranged son of Commissioner Gordon, had grown into a ruthless criminal mastermind. His intelligence and complete lack of moral restraint had made him a significant player in Gotham's criminal world. Professor Pig, the deranged surgeon who modified his victims into grotesque works of art, had partnered with Black Mask, a notorious crime lord in this harsh reality. Together, they commanded an army of similarly altered minions. Black Mask had reigned over Gotham's criminal empire, maintaining control over a network of illicit activities and corrupt officials. Batman was imprisoned in an inescapable dungeon that Bane had designed specifically to hold his greatest adversary. The Batcave lay in ruins, and the Bat Signal had been extinguished. Gotham's defenders had become a fragmented resistance, each working in their own way to challenge the tyranny that gripped the city. The story of Earth 1B was one of despair, hope, and redemption. As the city's protectors, those who had survived Bane's reign sought to unite and bring an end to the oppressive regime. In the darkness, their efforts would determine the fate of Gotham, and whether they could overcome the seemingly unbeatable power of the Bane. Earth 1B. In an alternate reality known as Earth 1B, the city of Gotham was shrouded in darkness, and a shadowy figure loomed over it. This reality diverged from the familiar Earth One in a way that altered the fate of Gotham's heroes and villains forever. In this bleak world, Bane had achieved a level of power and ruthlessness that made him an unparalleled force. He had not only broken the Bat, but all who dared to challenge his reign of terror. His venom-induced strength was enhanced to an unimaginable degree, and he had outwitted every adversary, including Batman himself. Batgirl, the tenacious and skilled Barbara Gordon, fought to protect her city in the absence of the Dark Knight. She had inherited the mantle from Batman after he was defeated by Bane and locked away in a hidden prison. Batgirl, having trained under the Dark Knight's tutelage, stood as Gotham's last hope against Bane's tyrannical rule. Nightwing, once known as Robin, had also risen to the occasion, becoming a formidable protector of Gotham City. His acrobatic prowess and combat skills had grown with the years, making him a critical defender of the city. Red Hood, the former Robin Jason Todd, emerged as an anti-hero, bent on ridding Gotham of the criminal filth. He had witnessed the fall of Batman and could not forgive himself for failing to protect his mentor. Deathstroke, the deadly assassin and master strategist, had aligned himself with Bane. He served as the venom-fueled villain's right hand, ensuring that any hint of resistance was crushed before it could grow. The Joker, in his madness, had been crowned the Jester King of crime in Gotham. The city had become his personal circus, and his chaotic schemes and mind games were unlike anything Gotham had ever seen. Ra's al Ghul, the immortal leader of the League of Assassins, had seized control of the city's underworld. His influence had grown unchecked, making him one of the most formidable powers in Gotham. Blockbuster, the imposing and physically enhanced villain, served as Bane's enforcer. His colossal strength made him a daunting obstacle for anyone who opposed the venom-powered tyrant. James Gordon Jr., the estranged son of Commissioner Gordon, had grown into a ruthless criminal mastermind. His intelligence and complete lack of moral restraint had made him a significant player in Gotham's criminal world. Professor Pig, the deranged surgeon who modified his victims into grotesque works of art, had partnered with Black Mask, a notorious crime lord in this harsh reality. Together they commanded an army of similarly altered minions. Black Mask had reigned over Gotham's criminal empire, maintaining control over a network of illicit activities and corrupt officials. Batman was imprisoned in an inescapable dungeon that Bane had designed specifically to hold his greatest adversary. The Batcave lay in ruins, and the Bat Signal had been extinguished. Gotham's defenders had become a fragmented resistance, each working in their own way to challenge the tyranny that gripped the city. The story of Earth 1B was one of despair, hope, and redemption. As the city's protectors, those who had survived Bane's reign, sought to unite and bring an end to the oppressive regime. In the darkness, their efforts would determine the fate of Gotham, and whether they could overcome the seemingly unbeatable power of the Bane. Bane, 1941. In the dimly lit streets of Gotham City, a silent threat loomed. The year was 1941, and the city faced a new menace in the form of the cunning and ruthless mercenary known as Bane. This relentless adversary had made his presence known, and the caped crusaders were called into action. Batman, Robin, and Batgirl had been patrolling the city that night, keeping a watchful eye for any signs of criminal activity. As they neared a seemingly abandoned warehouse, their keen instincts sensed danger. Bane, a towering figure with immense strength and intelligence, had set a trap for them. The heroes entered the warehouse, their footsteps echoing in the vast empty space. Suddenly, an enormous figure emerged from the shadows. Bane, his venom-enhanced physique bulging with unnatural power, confronted them. As the fierce battle began, Bane's physical might was unlike anything they had faced before. His venom-pumped muscles allowed him to match Batman's strength, and he relentlessly pressed his advantage. The Dark Knight, however, relied on his martial arts skills, intelligence, and gadgets to counter Bane's brute force. Robin and Batgirl fought valiantly alongside Batman, using their acrobatic abilities and teamwork to outmaneuver the formidable foe. The heroes struggled to gain the upper hand, as Bane's tactical brilliance and enhanced abilities kept them on the defensive. The battle raged on, with each side pushing their limits. Batman knew that Bane's strength had to have a weakness. With his detective skills, he deduced that Bane's dependence on the Venom compound left him vulnerable. In a daring move, Batman and Batgirl worked together to disable Bane's Venom delivery system, causing the mercenary to weaken as the effects of the drug wore off. The tide of the battle turned, and the heroes capitalized on this opportunity. With exceptional teamwork, Batman, Robin, and Batgirl overcame Bane's strength and subdued him. The dangerous mercenary was incapacitated, and his reign of terror in Gotham came to an end. After ensuring that Bane was securely detained, the triumphant trio stood atop a Gotham rooftop, gazing at the city below. Gotham was safer once more, thanks to their courage and determination. This night's victory was a testament to the indomitable spirit of the Caped Crusaders. It reminded them that even in the face of seemingly insurmountable foes, the heroes of Gotham would always rise to the occasion, ready to protect their city from any threat that dared to challenge them. Deathstroke, 1941. Gotham City was a city of shadows and secrets where every corner could hide danger. It was in this murky environment that the Caped Crusaders, Batman and Robin, faced another relentless adversary in the year 1941, Deathstroke, the Master Assassin. Batman and Robin had been investigating a series of high-profile murders and seemingly random attacks throughout the city. The clues left behind pointed to a highly skilled and resourceful opponent. As they delved deeper into their investigation, the Dark Knight realized that this was no ordinary criminal. Deathstroke, a formidable assassin known for his exceptional combat skills, had descended upon Gotham with a mission of his own. A masked mercenary with a reputation for precision and efficiency, he proved to be a dangerous and cunning foe. The confrontation between Batman, Robin, and Deathstroke was inevitable. The hero and his young protege were not new to facing dangerous adversaries, but Deathstroke's lethal abilities and combat expertise set him apart. The intense battle was marked by agility and finesse, as Deathstroke's movements were graceful yet deadly. Batman used his martial arts and detective skills to engage him, while Robin brought youthful energy and tenacity to the fight. The battle raged on across Gotham's rooftops and alleyways. At one point, Deathstroke managed to disarm Robin, leaving him momentarily vulnerable. It was in this moment that the Boy Wonder had a revelation. He recognized that he couldn't always rely solely on Batman to guide him through the dangerous world they faced. As the fight continued, Batman and Robin's coordinated efforts slowly began to wear down Deathstroke. The assassin found himself outmatched by their determination and teamwork. Cornered and realizing he couldn't escape capture, Deathstroke surrendered. After ensuring Deathstroke was securely detained, Batman and Robin stood together, reflecting on their victory. Robin couldn't help but consider his next step. With the experience gained from countless battles, he decided it was time to assemble his own team of young heroes. With Batman's guidance, Robin set out on a new path. He began to recruit young heroes who shared his dedication to justice, creating a team that would stand as a beacon of hope in the city's darkest moments. Gotham's vigilantes were multiplying, and the legacy of justice endured. The city was safeguarded not just by the Batman and Robin, but by a new generation of heroes, each inspired by their unwavering commitment to protect the innocent and keep Gotham's shadows at bay. Krypton, 1941. High above the city of Metropolis, the skies were patrolled by the familiar red and blue figure of Superman, Earth's mightiest hero. He was joined today by someone equally powerful and dear to him, his cousin, Supergirl. As they soared together through the boundless blue, Supergirl began to speak, sharing stories about their home planet, Krypton, which they had both lost. Superman had heard many tales of Krypton from his cousin, but there were always new stories and details to discover. Supergirl recounted the history of Krypton's science and technology, explaining the grand achievements and ambitions of their advanced civilization. She described the art and culture that had flourished, along with the values that their society had held dear. She shared stories of their family, the El family, with the House of El being one of Krypton's noble and respected houses. She told her cousin about their parents, Jor-El and Lara, who had made great sacrifices to ensure their children's escape, as Krypton's doom became inevitable. As the pair glided through the skies, Supergirl recounted the tragedy of Krypton's fate, the planet's impending destruction due to geological instability. She conveyed the pain of her family's final moments and their choice to send her and her baby cousin to Earth, where they would have a chance to live. For Superman, these stories brought to life the distant world he had never known. Every story, every memory, was a piece of a puzzle, helping him to understand his origins more deeply. He was grateful to Supergirl for sharing these stories, which served as a connection to their past and a reminder of the hope and resilience that had defined their family. As they continued their flight, Supergirl shared more stories about Krypton's wonders, their traditions, and the strengths that their family had instilled in them. Despite the loss of their home planet, this connection to Krypton brought comfort to both heroes, strengthening their resolve to protect the adopted planet they now called home. Flying side by side, the cousins vowed to honor the memory of Krypton and their parents, Jor-El and Lara, by doing everything in their power to protect the world they now called home, Earth. As the red and blue figures of Superman and Supergirl soared through the skies of Metropolis, their commitment to upholding justice and hope remained unshakable. Gotham Stories, 7th Century BC, Part 2, 699 BC.
What?
In the mystical shadows of ancient Gotham, a city shrouded in darkness and enigma, two opposing forces were about to collide. The Bat, a mythic guardian of the night, known for his unparalleled detective skills and martial prowess, stood against a sinister alliance of formidable adversaries. The Bat had gathered a team of exceptional individuals, each with their own unique abilities to protect Gotham. Leading this eclectic group was Alexander Kryot, a master tactician, strategist, and skilled combatant. Barbara Gordon, known as the Oracle, provided them with valuable intelligence and guidance, drawing upon her unmatched hacking and analytical capabilities. Benjamin Reyes, a renowned scholar and historian, brought his vast knowledge of the city's secrets. Big Barda, an Amazon warrior of immense strength and courage, was a formidable addition to the team, capable of taking on entire legions single-handedly. Finally, there was Black Alice, who possessed the incredible ability to borrow the skills and powers of those she encountered. The Bat's team faced an alliance of dark forces. The Riddler, a cunning and elusive enigma mastermind, orchestrated their nefarious plots. Archer Braun, a master archer and tactician, served as Riddler's strategic partner. Harley Quinn, a manic and unpredictable clown with a penchant for chaos, added her chaotic flair to their criminal pursuits. Black Mask, a ruthless crime lord, held vast influence over Gotham's underworld. Blockbuster, an incredibly powerful and brutal force, was the muscle of the group. Finally, Anubis, an ancient Egyptian deity of death, lent a supernatural and ominous element to their cabal. The battle between these two opposing forces raged through Gotham's ancient streets. The Bat and his team utilized their unique skills, coordination, and strategic prowess to outmaneuver and confront their adversaries. The Oracle's technological genius provided them with crucial information and tactical insights. Big Barda's Amazonian might proved invaluable in subduing Blockbuster, while Black Alice's borrowed powers shifted the balance of the battle. Despite their adversaries' cunning and strength, the Bats team demonstrated the power of unity and purpose. They uncovered the Riddler's master plan, thwarted the schemes of Anubis and Black Mask, and ultimately brought Harley Quinn to a crossroads of redemption. But the battle was not over. As the night descended upon Gotham, the mysteries of the city's history and its ancient enigmas loomed larger. A looming darkness, like a riddle awaiting its answer, continued to challenge the Bat and his team. With each victory came new questions, more puzzles to solve, and deeper mysteries to unravel in the timeless and enigmatic city of Gotham. And so, as the moon cast eerie shadows over Gotham's ancient streets, the eternal struggle between light and darkness persisted, ever shrouded in secrets and riddles, awaiting their resolution. Deadshot, 1941, the sprawling expanse of Gotham City, where every shadow concealed a potential threat, a new menace had emerged. Deadshot, the precision-obsessed assassin, had set his sights on a target that placed him in the crosshairs of the city's protectors. With his arsenal of firearms and deadly accuracy, he had already left a trail of bodies in his wake. As the bat signal illuminated the night sky, indicating that Batman and his trusted ally Robin were needed, Dick Grayson donned his Robin suit, and with a renewed sense of determination, set out to stop this deadly threat. Tracking Deadshot was not an easy task, as the assassin had a knack for staying hidden and picking his targets from a distance. But Robin's acrobatic skills and quick thinking led him to Deadshot's most recent hideout. As he entered the abandoned building, he knew he was getting closer. It was in the darkened interior of the building that Robin confronted Deadshot. With the grace of an acrobat and the precision of a detective, Robin engaged the assassin in a relentless battle of wits and agility. It was a clash of two individuals with unparalleled skills, Deadshot with his marksmanship and Robin with his agility and cunning. The two adversaries circled each other, each anticipating the other's moves. Bullets whizzed by as Robin dodged, flipped, and spun through the barrage. He closed the distance, proving that while Deadshot was a master of firearms, Robin was a master of adaptability. In a climactic moment, Robin managed to disarm Deadshot. With his firearm out of reach, the assassin was forced into hand-to-hand combat. Robin's skills shone as he used his bow staff and acrobatic prowess to subdue the deadly assassin. Cornered and outmatched, Deadshot was ultimately apprehended. His reign of terror had come to an end. With a sense of accomplishment, Robin knew that he had successfully intervened, preventing the assassin from claiming another victim. The streets of Gotham were a little safer that night, but both Batman and Robin were aware that the city's shadows concealed countless threats. Their vigilance remained unwavering, as they stood ready to protect Gotham from any danger that dared to surface, ever watchful and resolute. With Deadshot in custody, the Dark Guardian known as Robin knew that he had made a difference that night, and that he was one step closer to ensuring that justice prevailed in the city that so desperately needed it. Firefly, 1941. Gotham City was no stranger to danger, and the arrival of a new adversary sent tremors through the already tense atmosphere. Firefly, the pyromaniacal arsonist, had descended upon the city, setting its streets and buildings ablaze. His reign of terror, marked by fire and chaos, was rapidly turning the city into a literal powder keg. As the bat signal pierced the night sky, Robin knew that he had to take action. With Batman preoccupied elsewhere, it was up to the boy wonder to confront this fiery menace. Donning his Robin suit and equipped with his skills and gadgets, he set out to find and stop Firefly. Firefly had already set several locations in the city ablaze, and the flames were spreading fast. His trail was marked by devastation and panic. Robin knew that he needed to put an end to this fiery rampage before it consumed Gotham entirely. Tracking Firefly was no small task, as he used his knowledge of fire and explosives to cover his tracks. Robin's detective skills were put to the test as he deciphered the patterns and motives behind the arsonist's targets. It wasn't long before the two adversaries crossed paths. In a derelict industrial area, they confronted each other. Firefly's flamethrower spewed jets of fire, and Robin skillfully evaded the deadly bursts, all the while closing the distance between them. It was a battle of wits and agility. Robin's acrobatics and martial arts prowess came to the forefront as he deftly engaged Firefly in combat. Firefly's arsenal of fire-based weaponry was formidable, but Robin's determination was unyielding. With a well-placed strike and a burst of quick thinking, Robin managed to disarm Firefly, rendering him powerless. The arsonist's reign of terror had come to an end. The flames that had threatened to engulf Gotham were extinguished, thanks to the Boy Wonder's swift actions. With Firefly apprehended and the city spared from further destruction, Robin knew that he had fulfilled his duty as a protector of Gotham. He was well aware that more challenges would arise, but on this night, he had triumphed over fire and chaos, ensuring that justice prevailed once more in the city's darkened streets.